Hey, kids and coaches, this is the most incredulous, the first annual, uh, one of the greatest intros in the history of Eastern Tennessee
So great that you made up a word.
since
We had a
1976.
just an entire sequence of things that are so great about this podcast.
Exactly, and welcome to the Young Old Timers podcast. Don't get it twisted with the Old Timers podcast because we have looked on the internet and there's actually an Old Timers podcast.
Don't you come at us.
Don't come at us.
We the young versions, all right.
We don't need to be sued.
We just started. We don't need to be sued.
All right. Well, I guess my name.
My
name's,
arrest me there.
My name's Will. You can call me Will, Willie, William, Willius the second, the third, and any other things that start with Will. All right. Anybody else want to?
I'll go. My name is Caleb. You can call me Caleb, and yeah, it's really good. We've been talking about this for a while, doing this.
Oh yeah.
We have.
And I think like now is a good time to do it. And it's just going to be real fun. What about you? What do you say over there, Colton?
All right. My name's Colton. Obviously, I'm not really much of a guy that everybody talks to, but you know.
I thought you were going to leave it off a guy. I'm not really much of a guy.
I'm just a guy.
I'm just a dude.
Just a dude
I'm
doing
just a big
podcast.
dude that tries to think of stuff to do for fun. And these two contacted me about doing a podcast, and I thought, how could I say no to this? These two legends right here said, let's do a podcast.
Yeah, we've been. So yeah, we definitely have been working for this for a long time.
I feel like we need to talk about the name a little bit more because we were going to call it what?
Oh yeah, we were originally called the Dogs of War, but when I looked on the internet, there was a Dogs of War podcast.
Cleveland Browns will come
Those
up.
suckers.
Cleveland Browns. Who would have thought we would get browned by the Browns?
I'm going to barf.
Said the Pittsburgh Steelers fan.
That's right.
He is absolutely disgusted right now.
Hashtag Corvette in the chat, ladies and gentlemen. Keep that for you.
Everyone knows you do.
How's Aaron Rodgers doing that for you?
Hey, don't worry about that. Hey,
Oh, man.
Hey, we got people coming, and we're gonna be fine.
coming.
All right. But what did you put it? Like a name generator. Right?
Yeah, like a random name generator found on the internet.
What were the two that came out? The other one that came out besides this one?
Oh, let me look that up. I took a picture of it. Let me make sure I got them again. But
Oh man, it was so good.
just weird names, and then like there was just the young old timers, and I was like, huh,
If that doesn't describe.
that's the one right
Well,
there.
I think it also stems from the fact that we think in a very old school fashion.
Yeah, we are kind of old in our ways. Like not as old as like.
Like we love technology and all that
Right.
stuff, but we do think in old school fashion.
We're like
Yeah.
we're like Samuel L. Jackson old. Like he's still you know in the game of things, but like he's old.
But
Like,
we're not up there like the Queen.
like
You know,
Betty White old, where like you don't remember what sliced bread was. Like you can remember the time when like segregation was real and all that, but you know, same idea. You know, we're kind of old school in mind.
Well,
Yeah. So I want to talk to y'all about something real quick.
Yeah.
And this come up on SportsCenter. SportsCenter's talking about this now.
oh really?
The Paul brothers.
Oh yeah, Jake Paul and Logan Paul and all the
We're really
Pauls.
starting off with the Paul brothers.
Martin
I'm
Luther.
sick and tired of hearing them everywhere. Every time I look at my phone, it's just
Everyone.
Logan Paul about to fight Floyd Mayweather. And if I'm a betting man,
I would bet on
I'm
Floyd.
betting on Floyd.
Either that or
Absolutely.
I'm a man that wants to go against it and just say, yeah, Logan's going to win. But
Has Jake's fight been scheduled, or is it just?
yeah, it's been scheduled. I
Logan.
think, I'm trying to remember his.
Because I know Logan's scheduled, but I don't know about Jake.
Yeah, Logan's scheduled. It is Sunday.
Yep, this coming Sunday.
It is Sunday.
We might have to watch that one.
I want to do like a live pay-per-view. Live in my basement.
We're here
You know, that's illegal. That's the weirdest thing. Like, they actually said it's illegal to stream, like, boxing matches, like,
They
in
struck
pay-per-views.
it down immediately. Like,
Yeah, like, they're
everybody
like-
that tried to do it.
Yeah, then like Dana White was like, he was like talking in a press conference or whatever about the UFC, and like he called out like a streaming company that like streams illegal streams. It's like, hey, we're coming for you, bud. It was like the greatest. It was like a wrestling promo, dude. He just came out. He's like, "What you gonna do, brother? when the UFC comes for you, brother?
Dana
When
White
the cease and desist comes for you.
Dana White literally turned
When
into Hulk Hogan.
when the millions of dollars, yeah." This straight up.
I'm just gonna point this out that you were so aggressive with that promo that your hat literally flew off.
Yeah, you gotta be. You gotta be aggressive with it. It's like
Sped was all over the place. He's
yeah, just yeah. Because back in the '80s, everybody was on something. I don't know what.
It's either cocaine or steroids or both.
Whichever one came first,
We'll
like
see how we feel.
whichever one was the fastest to get in.
just right to the bloodstream. Just say, come on. Yeah.
So
Absolutely.
yeah, and I'm just like, Logan is just going to get his head knocked off. Floyd might kill him.
Well, here's the thing about Floyd. He's never been like a career, like, he can knock somebody out. Like, he always been that guy that, like, he'll last, like, 8 or 9 rounds. I mean, and he'll win that way.
Oh, he's going to make Logan work.
Oh, yeah. He's a defensive
Absolutely.
fighter. Like, he's going to make him
And that's
miss
why he's
every
undefeated.
time.
He has
Yeah.
not lost, right?
Yeah, he's never lost. Never lost.
Never lost.
Never lost.
LeVar Ball style, never lost.
But let me tell you one thing. That press conference that they held
Oh,
for their
God.
fight. Oh, my God. That was so good.
Got your hat.
Got your hat, bro.
You slide dog.
The-
You
the-
better be glad we
The
gonna-
Dollar General version of Conor McGregor snatched that man's hat
Yeah.
and thought he was going to get away
And then he
with
got
it.
a tattoo of it, brother. Like, that is mentality.
I mean, at least Floyd
Out
gave
of
him a
anywhere,
little bit of a
it's
taste.
just,
oh, yeah. For
you can
sure,
have your
man.
hat back. I'm sorry.
Oh, thank you. I appreciate that.
Take my hat.
Please. Yeah, like, that's the biggest thing about, like, I like how, like, it is, like, a popularity thing. Like, it's, like, bringing people back to boxing, but also it's the Paul brothers. So it's a
Who would have
mixture.
thought that it would have took the Paul brothers to bring
Yeah.
everybody back?
Sure, like, I get it. Like, some people don't like boxing, and of course, UFC's as great as it is just because of that. But, like, when you really look at it, like, there's nothing really much going on, especially all of 2020. Because, like, all the big heavyweights like Deontay Wilder and Tyson Fury, all
They
those
had
guys.
those fights, though, but I mean...
Yeah, but it's
Just-
like we're waiting for them. Like, I know, like, this year they're running back the Deontay Wilder and Tyson Fury fight, which I'm gonna be happy about that. But like everything else, like, there's not really, like, you know, you can look at this division and see, like, this great champion or this great personality. Like, it's more or less like everybody's kind of in their own zone. Like, it's not really like there's a superstar, like a Muhammad Ali type of fighter that just personifies that. That's what kind of Logan Paul kind of brings, that controversy. That kind of, you know, we're here.
We ain't comparing Logan Paul to Muhammad Ali.
Well,
Yes.
you know,
I think on
they're
the controversy
showmen.
scale,
Yeah.
on the controversy scale, Logan and Jake are definitely bringing it in like
Yeah,
that. But
for
skill-wise, they are nowhere near
Well, I'm
close.
just saying, Sports Center is having a feast.
yeah,
Over
that, and
it.
then of course LeBron James and the Lakers losing last
Oh,
night.
last night. Oh, man.
Well,
I'm
CP3
just-
is finally
I'm-
getting his time in the sun, and
I'm
I'm
cr-
actually happy for him.
Yeah, I'm just
Yeah.
happy for. If anybody deserves a ring, it's two people: Chris
Oh, yeah.
Paul and Derrick Rose.
oh yeah, D
We were
Rose.
talking about that earlier, too.
Yeah, D Rose for sure, man. Like, his entire career got wasted after one ACL tear. Like, that's one of the hardest, like, basketball injuries wise that you can come back.
You can't say, though, that he didn't have a good season this past year.
Oh yeah, for
Like,
sure.
With the Knicks and everything, man,
Shout out to the Knicks,
shout out
New
to
York.
the
Well,
Knicks.
Nick, they were the
They were
third seed,
turning
right?
up.
King of New York. Yeah, yeah, they were the 4th seed,
Oh, 4th seed.
and then Trae Young and
Trae Young
ATL.
just said, baby bottle, baby.
just waving them the entire Madison Square Garden
No.
goodbye.
After he had to hit one of the few last shots, he took a bow.
He took a bow.
He took a bow.
Hall of Fame.
How disrespectful
That's a Hall
are
of
you?
That is
Fame
Reggie Miller levels of
To do it in the garden,
In the
right
garden.
there,
right
the
in
middle
front
the
of
garden.
Spike Lee.
the mecca of basketball. Just there, Spike Lee looking at him like, I'm about to make a movie about this.
Bro,
The last bow.
all right, so what if Devin Booker was that disrespectful last night?
I
at the
mean,
Lakers
he
game?
was
Jack
trash talking.
Nicholson there? Was Jack Nicholson there?
I couldn't tell. Like,
Because that man gets in the face of people that
that
really...
man is for sure a great
Him and Drake.
celebrity, like lifelong. Yeah, like
Drake is the Raptors and Jack Nicholson is the Lakers. Okay.
Yeah, like here's the thing about Drake and Jack Nicholson. Like Jack Nicholson is an actual loyal fan, and then like Drake, he actually tries to bounce around. Like he was like a fan of the Miami Heat. Then he was a fan of Kentucky. That one.
Didn't he try to play for Kentucky?
Yeah,
for
like I
2
think it's
weeks?
like
my gosh,
they
he
were doing
did.
like
He
a
tried.
pregame warm up, and like
He
he
missed
just
every
drew up
shot.
and-
He had the ugliest shot I think I've ever seen. But
Well, I'm glad he ain't a basketball player because that would
God,
not
we
make
would have
him
seen
money.
that ugliness every single day, bro.
Oh yeah, that reminds me. So I was looking up this weird statistic, and like all the players, all the male players in Space Jam: The New Legacy, New Legacy,
the new Lexus, the new Lexus,
The new Lexus.
Space Jam, sponsored by Alexis. So like all those players were eliminated from the playoffs. So LeBron, AD, Clay, Damian Lillard, all those guys got eliminated in the first round, or didn't even get a
And
chance
you know
to play.
what? I'm not sad about that. I
did-
like that.
That's why I kind of like it, because like we're not seeing like a LeBron James in the finals, or we're not seeing him in the playoffs. That's kind of the
It's probably one of those rare occasions, like
Yeah.
within these past couple of years, where he has not been in the finals.
yeah. It's like being like in the 30s and the 40s and being like, all the Yankees didn't make it to the World Series this year. Oh boy.
You never make it to
The
the
world's
pennant.
going downhill. These sad sacks, we're never gonna make it to the pennant.
It's frozen over, boys. Oh, jeez. New York is about to end.
Babe Ruth is on his deathbed.
Babe Ruth just drinking the whiskey and eating hot dogs before
You know, that's the
games.
greatest thing about baseball back then. Like, you could legit have a bottle of liquor
Yeah.
on
They
the
didn't
pitcher's
even
mound.
care.
Like
about their health.
literally one of the
It's
greatest.
just if you could play, you could play. All right,
Exactly.
it didn't matter how big you were, how
like
bad you
Big
were.
Hoss Radbourne, the guy that won like 59 wins in a single season, like he literally was drinking before every game.
Actually, didn't you send me a picture of this like Japanese baseball player that
Yeah.
was overweight? Dude, that guy was absolutely turning,
It's
dude.
just like the Bartolo Colon type players.
Yeah, I was going to say, how do you think, like, Bartolo Colon
I think
and or Prince
Bartolo
Fielder,
Colon-
all
Oh,
those big fellas,
he
big
goes
fellas,
against the
Adam
status
Dunn.
quo.
Adam Gunn.
Absolutely, just goes against the grain of everything that
Yeah.
the MLB stands for nowadays, and I love it.
Yeah.
I love everything about it.
Oh, you have a man that could run a 4-4?
Oh,
I'll get there about Thursday.
just imagine till
I'll
he hits
still
a
strike him
backflip.
out,
Boo! That's what I hate about baseball. Like they still trying to go back to their traditions and stuff like that. Like those unwritten rules are going to change regardless.
Listen, the big fellas are the backbone of your sport. Don't forget where you came
man.
from.
Like just remember, a bat flip is just as cool as a windmill slam dunk 360 in a slam dunk contest. Like everybody loves it. Everybody
Speaking of
loves
a
it.
windmill. I was watching on TikTok today. I know TikTok cringe but
Shout out to
anyways,
TikTok.
I saw this dude talk about who is the.
All right,
Have you
hold on
guys
for a
ever
second.
seen-
This dude doesn't stop revving his daggum engine. All right, anyways.
Somebody likes his Harley.
Raysdale, baby.
Anyway, but this dude, he was talking about, this. Have you guys ever seen like a pro player play back in high school or something? This dude's like, yeah, these guys were talking about this one dude that was like sort of athletic in this one school. We beat him pretty good last year. Next time I walk by him, I see him. He looks like he played football. All right, he don't look like he that athletic. We start warming up. I do my layup. I look across the way. That man's doing 360 windmills. And let me tell you one thing. Zion Williamson destroyed my career.
Yeah,
Absolutely A1.
that's what I love about like Zion.
Like, Zion went from, like, a stick to an absolute
He
unit.
literally
He is a
looked like-
monster.
He just became the Incredible Hulk like in his freshman year.
If I don't see that man wrestling or in UFC within
He's not
the next...
Dennis Rodman. You don't
Yeah,
need to. You
listen,
don't need to be
listen,
doing
if
that.
Let me tell you something, brother.
If he does do it, though. If he's more athletic... He is prime material for it, though. Look
Oh,
at
yeah.
him. He is like Goldberg right now.
That's the thing about like that is a new breed of like basketball athletes. You're 6'8", but you're dang near 270
He could jump over a human being. Probably, he could probably jump over Taco Fall at least.
Oh yeah, he can yam.
and he's got speed. And he's got speed, bro.
That is a scary threat. He has half of the Infinity Stones. He's got the Power Stone. He got all the other stones. He just need one more.
I just need one
I
more.
like how
the
this
ring.
turned.
He just needs the ring.
Oh, absolutely. I like how this turned into a sports podcast.
This is I mean,
Well,
honestly,
we
this-
testing everything. So.
Yeah,
Yeah, we-
really. I mean,
We might test out memes next week. Who knows?
who knows?
Who knows? We're trying new ideas.
We're just rolling with it this
But
week.
I will say, this one's coming out on tomorrow, Saturday, right?
I believe it will be Saturday.
Hopefully.
So I think like maybe we can get like every Saturday get a podcast rolling.
At latest,
I
it'll
mean-
be Sunday or Monday.
Yeah.
That's at latest.
Ted latest. It's whenever I feel like it. You know,
Whenever
like
I
all
got
these
time.
We'll do it
YouTubers
tomorrow.
like now. It's
They
like
set
I'll upload when I upload.
They set
Yeah.
up like I know one YouTuber. He sets up his upload schedule to one time a week at 6:30 on a Wednesday.
Like
He
PM
misses
or
it. You don't get a video for a whole week, and then I just feel depressed for that whole week.
Or
because
like
I'm
the
just-
Corey X Kenshin, where he's just like, yeah, I'm just gonna
He's gone
chill
for 2
like
months.
8 months.
Like bro, I used to love watching Corey Kitchen, and then he just fell off the map. For
It's
about
like
2
YouTubers
months.
like JonTron, though, like it makes a video every 3 months.
yeah, every like
Hey,
2 years.
JonTron actually hits though. When he
Yeah,
does
honestly, he
make a
takes
That's the
time
thing.
of his work.
Yeah.
I'm not knocking it. He's
He
very
does
good.
perfect all of his art.
Yeah, that's
It's
the thing.
really
like,
good.
like he really like he takes his time on his details and everything. Like every little detail.
But Rip Jock, dude. Rip Jock the parrot, dude.
yeah, rest in peace.
Oh yeah.
I don't even know where he's at. Like, does anyone know where he's at?
Yeah,
Well,
he dropped.
I mean-
he had a knife. That's why.
Oh,
Drop the knife.
Yeah, man, I told you drop the knife.
drop the knife.
Drop it.
And then he got partnered up with Flex Seal, and he's been on a train ever since.
Hall of Fame level.
You want to
Flex
talk
Seal.
about one of the greatest inventions of all time? Is
Flex Seal.
The Flex.
Literally,
products.
Flex Seal can
Listen,
probably save your life the way that they advertise it. Like,
You have a drowning kid, Flex Seal.
you have cancer, Flex Seal.
You're divorced, Flex Tape.
Open heart surgery, Flex Tape.
It'll get the tough stains out.
You
Oh, wait,
got,
that's,
I swear,
wait, that's Kaboom.
bro, I swear, Phil Swift could sell me bottled air, okay?
Like the guy from what's that one movie?
Let it die, let it
that, oh god,
Oh,
the
that dude.
Lorax.
Bro, that dude was, what was that haircut, bro?
He had the
literally-
bowl cut,
The
bro.
bowl cut, man.
That was the weirdest bowl cut I've ever seen in my life.
He was built like this. He had like rectangular like shoulders, bro.
He had
Foot
those-
two.
He had those 80s shoulder pad suits.
Like he was a guppy that's like trying to break stocks. Like
He's like, bro, y'all don't even know. Let me show you. Let me show you some air and plastic trees, bro.
yo. Let me tell y'all. Let me tell you something. Air, but in a bottle. Change
Like,
the game.
where's the water at? Where's the pools?
Change the game.
Where's the pool? I've been out here all summer and I ain't seen no pool.
What we talking about? Pool or like the Snicker pool or like?
I'm talking about a pool of water, like we're sitting next to right now. You see?
You gotta let it take time. You know. It's the somewhat post COVID. We're kind of getting back to it.
Speaking of which, we've really been normal technically, except for school wise.
Yeah.
we've been
Which
normal.
that'll
Yeah,
be-
it's just we had masks on. That's really the big
It might
thing
be
about
cut down to more restrictions again.
it. It just depends, but I mean,
As long as you get poked.
yeah,
Get poked, America.
America, you gotta get poked.
Did you see that?
It helps the economy.
Oh my God! Did you see about that? It was like the H10B something. It was like the bird flu
Yeah,
in
yeah.
China.
It was
Somebody
something-
actually tested positive for it.
The bird flu?
Yeah, I think it was. I'm trying to
It
remember.
was Chinese.
It was India or China. Whichever.
here we
Listen,
go again.
People are gonna get mad about it because I said it was Chinese. It literally said it was confirmed in China, bro. I'm just saying the facts here. All right.
Well, like I always say, sometimes we don't even know like what type of like sickness will come next. It's just it's literally a curveball and a knuckleball.
Well-
You just wait for the pitch to come.
Oh, it's like a curveball in the heart of the plate. Oh.
If you just take a
Here we
look
go.
at history though, like the past like centuries,
Yeah,
we were about due.
yeah. Like literally, we had the
Unfortunately,
bubonic plague. Well, in all
bubonic
honesty,
plague and
we've been
all that
adapting for
stuff.
generations. If you really think
I
about
mean,
it,
it was unfortunate that it happened, but I mean, with how history did everything,
I mean,
it was coming.
historically saying, I mean, we survived so many viruses and
I know
plagues. I'm
people are gonna
surprised
say,
we're gonna live.
why do you listen to history, bro? Because if you listen to history, you can learn some things.
History doesn't repeat itself, but it sure does have a lot of patterns. That's what I love about it.
It's got some patterns.
bro. That's for sure.
Oh yeah, oh yeah. Like that reminds me. Like I was looking up this one thing, and You know, like in Roman times, they would have like in Rome. You know, they would have like your emperors and stuff like that. Well,
Bro, Rome was a messed up place.
well, yeah, Rome was like the equivalent of New York in like 200 AD.
They have mobsters.
200 AD.
Well, not really. It was just a lot of people and a lot of things.
Like,
man.
yeah, we got Agrippina the Younger. Yeah,
I would love to see.
she killed her. She killed her husband.
I would love to see like a movie where like it's like Rome, but everybody's like a New York mob boss. Like Julius Caesar's like Robert De Niro.
It's like, man.
Hey, we gotta go. I don't know what to say. We gotta go.
We gotta take it over, okay?
I mean, it's technically true because they were Italians. I mean, that's something.
That's where they came from. Well, technically, they were all of Europe at one point.
At one point, they just had we're just gonna go everywhere.
Yeah,
So,
we're just gonna.
You probably noticed at this podcast by now, we don't know what the heck we're talking about. But
No matter the topic.
So-
the conversation.
we would love some topics.
We will look at the Instagram and we will do a lot of things. You just ask us what
We might
we
just
like
put
to
up a
talk
poll.
about.
Let's just put up polls. And
Put up
see
a
what
poll.
we
Yeah.
feel.
Yeah, we'll do like what's that one thing? It's like on next time, we'll see who dies. You know, just
Tune in next week.
Literally a cliffhanger from every episode of a TV show.
yeah.
Tune in next time to see what our hero will do next.
Yeah, it's like those old school radio
Superhero.
shows where like you just hear the
Old
background.
school radio show.
Good night and good luck.
Good night. And good.
What's like in the 30s?
Yeah,
Like, good night.
That dude was like,
Fired
good luck.
the-
He literally said good night and good luck.
The United States have decided to go into war.
Apparently, there's an airfield nearby.
There's an airfield. We are being invaded in Elizabethton, Tennessee.
I repeat, we have been invaded.
You got-
please.
To be honest, though, about Tennessee, though, it's a good place to live.
Yeah.
It's just that sometimes it can be a little bit of a pissant. You know what I'm saying?
Well, if you, why?
Oh, no.
Well, I mean, when you have those like 3-week stints of nothing but rain.
Hey, you know
That's true.
that's what God wanted. The God's plan.
That is
all right?
true.
Yeah,
That is true. Okay.
Yeah.
But I mean, this place can be a gruesome place weather-wise.
You know, I always say that Tennessee doesn't know what weather it wants to have, so it just says, you know what, we're just gonna just
What's on
throw
the
the
menu?
dice. Oh,
What is
it's
this?
gonna snow today. It's June the 2nd, but it'll be fine.
Sometimes it's like a 10-year-old kid that's a picky eater. He'll
Yeah.
get chicken
Nah, I'm
tenders.
just saying, like, you walk out,
More
you
macaroni.
put on some shorts, and you walk outside, it's like,
It's
wait,
freezing.
it's 38?
It's freezing.
It was 92 yesterday, and now it's 65.
We have had the weirdest weather patterns here this past year.
Speaking of weather, I
Yeah.
recently went to Cedar Point
Ooh.
in Ohio.
You went to Ohio, yeah.
Sandusky.
Ohio. How you
Oh,
survive
Ohio.
Ohio up there?
How did I
Sandusky,
survive
Ohio.
Ohio? I don't know. I didn't go to Cleveland.
Oh,
That's
yeah,
why.
You didn't go to the northern port of Ohio.
I just went like the more Canada side.
Yeah, we didn't go to New Carlisle or anything like that. We just went to Cedar Point, all
We
right?
to Cedar Point.
Cedar
that's it.
Point, and there was a wind advisory, and
Oh my gosh.
nothing was open. We basically spent, I don't know how much money,
I was
but
about to say, what did you
for
ride?
only to ride 2 rides. Like it was
my
like
gosh.
6
Did you
rides
ride?
out of 18.
What did you
6
ride,
out of
though?
18?
What did I ride? Is like little, like Model T cars.
Oh, like a
And
little like kids
it's
ride.
like
They
you're in
literally-
Disney and like
literally
you,
have 'em
you
at
feel
the-
like you're controlling it, but you're not really controlling it.
Yeah.
It's like on a guardrail.
But it's like a Model T.
It's like a huge SWAT car if
Yeah.
you think about it.
It's like a little like like the little like you
That's
know
at
the gummy
Dollywood.
worm
They
ride
have
where
them
like
at
Oh
Dollywood.
yeah.
Yeah, they have them at Dollywood.
But
man.
imagine that, but only Model Ts.
Oh, they have that at it was at Myrtle Beach at that theme park at Myrtle Beach, if you know what I'm talking
Yeah.
about.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. But yeah, so but the ride was called like the Search for Freedom. I didn't. Not once did I get on that ride, and I was like, man, this is some.
Henry
Nikola
Ford,
Tesla's
you know what
revenge.
Henry Ford makes me think of? Freedom.
That's
Freedom.
not what I thought.
Nikola
On that
Tesla's
ride.
revenge.
But we had a
Drive
good,
Dodge.
we had a good time. That
Oh,
was
yeah.
fun. Yeah, but I'm just like a wind advisory. I guess that kind of makes sense. If
Yeah.
you're on a roller coaster, you don't want to tip.
Yeah,
off.
just imagine like
and
it's like
you,
100, like it's a hurricane coming through, and you're like on the.
Well, that's new. Well, that's
Whoa!
new. Wait, you weren't in Hurricane Alley, though. Not Hurricane Alley, but Tornado Alley. I think that was a state.
No, we're in
No,
Ohio.
I know it was Ohio, but I'm just. I get my stuff mixed
It's a
up
little bit
because
lower the belt, brother.
You know, I'm a guy that don't look at things for a while, and then I ask stupid
Sandusky,
questions.
it's on top
okay?
of the map. Here's Tornado Alley.
Alabama, Missouri,
Missouri, Mississippi,
Texas.
all the southern states that don't have an Appalachian
It's
Mountain
like,
with it.
I was going to say, it's like all the southern
Hey.
states, but skip Tennessee.
Skip
You talked
East
so
Tennessee.
much trash about Ohio before you went up there.
Yeah,
I'm
because
just
he's a
saying.
Pittsburgh fan.
Yes.
He's a Steelers fan.
I wore a
The terrible
Pittsburgh-
towel.
Listen,
Yeah.
I
let
get
me
that
tell you something,
Cleveland's
let me tell you
a
something.
crazy place and that it's not good, but you don't have to diss entire Ohio. You know what
I
I
mean,
mean?
it could be worse. You could be in Detroit.
That is true. You could be in
I will
Detroit.
say, no, I saw more Pittsburgh Steelers merchandise in Sandusky than I did Cleveland Browns.
I
Well,
guess.
How
it's
far? How far? Where is it at in Ohio?
I could piss on Canada.
just, like it's right
Like
on
Lake
the
Erie.
neighborhood.
Is it on the east side?
I think it's like
It's north.
Yeah, I think it's like east.
That's all I can
Is
tell
it
you.
it's
straight
east
up
of-
north, not even eastern?
I'm trying to
at all?
remember. I
It
think
might
it's
be
like
north-
west or east of
northwest.
Cleveland. It's like because Cleveland's like right near like Erie. Right
That's
there.
near Minnesota. Minnesota.
Right near there, bud.
Wisconsin
that
and
bad.
Minnesota.
You
Well,
can
sorry
just
there,
you can
bud.
just high five Canada. Just hey, bud, how you doing?
You guys want some poutine?
We got hockey playing today.
Hey, that's another sport that is slept on a ton.
Oh yeah, hockey for sure.
Listen, okay.
That-
Ever since I went to a Nashville Predators game,
Hooked ever since.
I've been
Hooked for
hooked
life.
ever since.
Was there a fight at the game?
Oh yeah.
Oh, see, yeah, that's
They-
what
they-
I'm
Yeah, there was a
Bro.
fight in the stands. I
Bro,
was in
they
it.
threw hands.
You,
But
cool
here's the
Gosling.
thing.
You took my cheese fries.
You hear the referee? Hey, stop that up there!
They literally had.
Get in the box.
Sir in row E.
Bro, it was
Get
so
in the
good,
box.
though.
That's a 5-minute penalty.
I just remember going with like the FBLA.
Yeah.
And did you go on that trip?
No.
Okay, but it was a fun time, dude. And they had Hacksaw Jim Duggan doing the announcements.
What?
And stuff
Oh!
on the big screen.
Oh.
He would just be like, "Whoa, let's
Just
play some hockey,
Just
Smash
imagine like he had to do the national anthem. The national anthem, sing by Hulk Hogan.
Whoa!"
Oh, shit, that's crazy.
Okay, brother.
Hey, don't get Ozzy Osbourne out there if you
I
don't.
know. Well, if you
Yo.
don't know. Yeah, literally,
I didn't
that
know
fool
the
just
words.
said.
Yeah, didn't they play Creed at the play?
Yeah. Oh,
Yeah, they played
Yeah.
Creed.
It's a Predators game.
Yeah.
Creed sang the national anthem. If you have time,
Oh, say.
if you have like 3 minutes
See
of your
if you
time,
can look it up.
look up.
It literally.
wanna do it right
It's
now,
like
but-
like that. Like
No,
he
not
did
like
the
right here, but I'm just saying if you can, look it up.
Yeah, it's Scott
Like-
Stapp singing the national
Around
anthem.
the
I'm trying to remember, was
rock,
it Daytona
it's
500
red,
or
yeah,
Bristol?
You gotta love
Yeah.
it.
Creed birthday, yeah, yeah, yeah.
You hear the people in the background.
Oh,
Oh yeah.
No, they say y'all.
And then they had like, I think it was Tim McGraw where their goal song was literally like, "I like it, I love it." Like, bro, you just had the horn go off and it was Tim McGraw, bro. I was
That's
just
what I
like,
love about hockey.
it was actually
like,
kind of lit.
just imagine like in football or like in any other sport they have the goal horn like that. Like you just
I
hear,
think that whole place
Every
would come
touchdown.
unhinged.
like
They do it in baseball if somebody hits a home
yeah,
run.
but it's like for selected like state. I think it's
Yeah.
I think like San Francisco.
I've only
and-
seen Washington do it.
Yeah, Washington and San Francisco. I
Washington
know that
and
for
San
sure.
Francisco. do it.
Because like Barry Bonds, like every time he hit a home run, they would do that.
It's just Barry Bonds.
High deep center field has got.
They like making a song.
Surprised
I'm
Mark
Ron
Mc-
Barry.
I'm surprised the Rangers didn't do something like that for Mark McGuire.
Marcus McGuire, if you will.
Marcus McGuire.
Marcus McGuire.
You know, that's the weirdest thing about Mark McGuire. Like he was like the most like
Apparently he was
Point-
slept on. Apparently.
yeah, he was an honorable citizen as a baseball player. It's just that he done steroids.
He was so juiced
So
though.
Barry Bonds. I mean,
Well, the thing was Barry Bonds when he was like
Barry
when
Bonds
he
just
was
slammed
there.
it like there was no tomorrow though.
Yeah, when he was like in his prime, he really hated like reporters. Like he was like a prima donna. Like when he was like in his prime.
Dennis Rodman. I hate y'all.
that's Kyrie now.
Go boom, go
Bro,
rebound.
Kyrie defies the laws of physics when he's stretching, bro.
Kyrie gets fined every week for not talking to them.
So you tell me that the earth is
Hey,
flat, but you play
hey,
with a round basketball. I
who
don't
the-
understand.
Who was a popular football player that did that? a couple of years ago.
Marshawn Lynch.
Marshawn.
Oh yeah,
Exactly.
Skittles.
I'm just here so I won't get fined.
I just hear someone won't get fined.
Mama and my Skittles.
You know he's getting he's in the like the inductees for the Hall of Fame. Like he's one of the picks.
He's pretty
And good for him, honestly.
Shout out to Beast
I really
Mode.
thought he was pretty good when I saw him play. I mean, he's a monster.
Oh yeah, like his literally like he's one of the reasons why like that Seahawks team from like 2014 to 2015.
Yeah, the Seahawks were nothing without him. I'm
literally
sorry.
the Legion of
Russell.
Boom defense. Was
They just had
different,
Matt
bro.
Hassel back there. We're like, yeah, we're downhill.
Hey, we
Sorry,
got this
Russell, I
Wilson
mean,
kid. Yeah, poor Russell Wilson. I tell you what, man.
He tried.
I don't
Can't
think he'll
say
leave
that-
Seattle, though.
Yeah, I don't see him leaving though.
No
That's the
way.
thing with
Nah.
DK Metcalf and all
Nah.
that weapons he's got.
Listen, DK has sparked a life into him. He thinks he can do
Oh, yeah.
something now.
Yeah, when you got a wide receiver that's like a generation type talent, oh yeah, you better
You best believe.
you better believe you winning something.
I think we might have to do an episode on what was it? Just the history of the Smoky Mountains in general, like moonshine running and all that
Moonshine
stuff.
was
Because
We could talk
NASCAR.
about some moonshine.
hey, here in a couple of weeks when we go, that's what we need to do.
Moonshine.
That
and
is what
NASCAR,
we
brother.
need to talk
Oh,
about.
moonshine.
We need. To
I ain't
talk
making
about,
you moonshine.
No, I mean like our
I'll
episode. We need to
explode.
have. We need to literally do an episode when we go.
Just
Oh.
research the entire history of moonshine. That would be impressive.
Sorry, I'm expecting
Yeah,
an
we have
email.
found
I'm
8,000
expecting
notes
you.
here with 8 different references, like we're back in
Right, different.
Bro, I'm telling you that. Listen about rednecks and talking about white lightning.
Yeah.
It's probably the most hilarious.
Especially,
thing,
what's that boy?
'Cause
White Lightning and Mountain Dew.
Yeah.
Redneck 7.
if you guys
Mountain
get a
Dew's
chance,
just now moonshine.
look up Outlaw on YouTube. This dude does moonshine taste tests
Oh,
and all
God.
that other stuff, and he doesn't talk about Old Smoky specifically, but he
Yeah.
tries a bunch of different ones, and he's got like true Kentucky corn whiskey
Oh yeah.
in his house.
Kentucky Fried
And it's
Chicken
like
in.
It's like
in
80
whiskey.
proof. Okay, it's not that bad, but it's 80 proof.
That ain't
So he's
bad.
just like, he makes his wife try it, and she's like,
Yeah, she's like, oh,
and
You
this
just
was
see her
like-
body just
and
disintegrate.
this was literally in an episode where he was forced to drink sour beers the whole time
Ugh.
until the end.
That just doesn't sound right. A sour beer. That's just like saying that's
like
like, a
sour
Mc,
Skittles.
That's
in
a
the beer.
McDonald's
That's what
Sprite,
they were
brother.
trying to do with
Oh,
one of the
really?
beers.
Oh.
Yeah, they were trying to do a sour Skittles flavored
Ugh.
beer.
Ugh.
Yeah, I don't know about that one, bro.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that's the big thing about it. Like oh gosh. man.
Yeah, let us know what y'all want us to talk about.
Yeah,
we could
we'll
use
have
little bit of
we'll have a
suggestions
poll.
on
We'll
modern
have
news.
a little suggestion box.
Suggestion box.
We'll keep everybody updated. We
Yeah.
want to make sure we connect to you, the fans or the haters.
I don't think we got
wanna
any
know.
haters right now.
This is our first podcast. We ain't got time for the haters to hate.
The first second.
The
I
haters
hate
don't even
this.
know we.
Yeah. Will just intros. I'm done.
That's all.
That's all I need to hear. This is a bunch of baloney.
Dislike.
If you guys want us to talk crap about certain situations, not politically related, because
Yeah, this ain't no politics show,
Yeah,
buddy.
I'm
Do you
sorry.
think honestly, do you trust us with politics?
I wouldn't trust me with a single politic.
If we were the
my
president,
life.
we would just nuke the Mars by this point. Like we would be doing something different.
That, ladies and gentlemen, is why America is built different.
Like yeah, like if you ever became the president, what would be like the first thing that you would do though? Like that's always been
Turn
that big
taxes down.
We're raising the taxes 100%. You're getting taxed.
What I would do?
Yeah, what would you do?
That's a good question.
Just a quick little. I would just turn taxes down. That's
You
all
know-
I could do.
You know what I would do? I would
Because you would get backlash from the Senate and from the House.
I would
Who cares?
If
Lower
they-
taxes, happier people. All right.
yeah, we're gonna lower all the taxes down to
You know what I would
0.01%.
I would get people working again.
Yeah.
There's so much people with all the stuff. I'm not saying this is a bad thing.
It's not.
I'm just saying,
It's
like,
not.
all these people with the stimulus checks, like, oh, I don't have to work.
Well, that's
I'll give you all
I
of
think
it.
people are trying to take the easy road.
Yeah, that's true.
well,
nowadays.
here's the thing,
Which
and
I
also,
mean-
well, here's the thing, and also, like when you really think about it, like our generation specifically, we're more focused on not really like how much we get paid.
We're short term, I think. I
Not-
think we're a short term.
Not really short term, but we really think about like what, like let's say it's a career.
Well, I know that.
We think about like the mental health and like having days off and having these different vacation
Yeah, we're
days.
thinking about the things that we don't do while we're working more than
Right.
we do about.
I'll give you all an example. I'm at work, right, and this guy comes up to me and he goes, I got a I go, hey, how you doing? He goes, good. He goes around and say, ain't nobody gonna want to work. I go, what do you mean? He goes, and ain't nobody gonna work with me. All his employees, as soon as that first stimulus check came out, bye.
Oh,
Yeah, man, that's
did he own a business or something like that?
It's like a local like repair place.
right.
You got a clogged toilet and it ain't getting unclogged. You call him. It's not a plumber, but he's just a
he's just a
He's
maintenance,
just a handy
the
utility
maintenance man. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's,
Okay.
Yo,
Gosh, I mean, this stimulus check, even though it was a good thing, I mean,
I'm not saying it's a
here's
bad
the
idea.
thing,
I'm just
it's
saying
not
you don't
bad
need to
idea.
rely on it.
yeah. Here's
Yeah.
the thing. Like the biggest
'Cause-
thing that I was thinking is that we didn't have
Yeah.
stimulus checks when we were locked down for those few months. We were
Yeah.
just like debating about it.
well, I didn't get one, obviously, because I mean,
Of course, we're dependents, brother.
Yeah,
This
We're
is-
dependent.
yeah, we're dependents, yeah. But,
Yeah,
I mean, just talking about the people that actually had jobs and did that sort of thing,
right.
$1,400 can last you a little bit, okay?
Yeah.
In this modern economy, not long at all, to be honest.
Yeah, like it's literally like a drop in the pen, especially like when you got
It's like a quarter pounder with cheese. It's
Yeah.
$1,500.
$1,400 is really not that much in modern times.
Yeah.
Back then, that could have lasted.
Yeah, if you had $1,400 in 1920, you'd be flapping and dancing in New York. Like you'd be one of the richest people.
I wish
in the
you guys
world.
could have seen this. This man did the best ragtime dance I've ever
Like
seen.
you be on the top of the world, like at least in a small town. Like
Oh my goodness.
Dancing on the roof. You see all these people.
hot dog, I got 50 cents today. That's what I love about
That's really good though.
That's what I love about like old school like slang. Like if we brought back old school slang, like I love like I
Okay, yeah, that's a good question.
Like calling
What,
somebody a
what
jive turkey.
word would you bring back?
yeah.
Jive turkey.
Yeah,
Okay.
Jive turkey for
Jive
sure.
turkey needs to come back, okay?
Jive turkey, groovy, like any 70s slang, like I'm down with that. Like I
Let's
dig
get
that.
groovy, kids.
Let's get
I
groovy.
dig that, brother. Like
Let's get groovy, my fellow youngins.
just imagine,
I'm gonna put that on a T-shirt. Let's get groovy, my fellow youngins.
just imagine like
Put out the merch. We'll see what you guys think later on.
No, I ain't doing merch yet.
we ain't got enough money to
We
put
don't
out
have
merch.
money.
I mean, if we do get there,
If we do, that is the question that
I
we
can
need
retire.
to ask. I can retire.
Ty, you're 20 years old.
Exactly, bro.
We're not old.
The key to the young
I'm already thinking about.
old
I'm already
timers.
thinking about retirement, and I haven't even started working yet, boys.
Wait.
You're like 20. It's like, man, I can't wait till my 401k.
Oh,
It's-
dang.
I've heard adults talk about. I've been listening to adults talk about how much they're like. Yeah, my 401k. I can't wait to retire and all that other stuff. I'm just over here. You're making me want to retire, and I haven't even started yet.
What, you're going to retire? Wait, I'm just getting started.
my dad always talks about it. I go, hey, Daddy, you looking forward to retirement? Ha, no, I ain't retiring.
I ain't never
I'm dying.
retired.
That's like my dad.
I'm like, all right.
I don't think he's going to retire. Even
My
though
mom-
he hates his
Yeah, it
job.
just really just depends on like what
my mom,
your
the
onset
polar
is.
opposite.
My
Yeah,
mom
she
is
ready.
That's
She gone.
exactly.
That's
is
how my mom and
counting
dad is
down
right
her
now.
days for retirement now.
Oh yeah,
She is literally
It's
counting
getting
them
closer now, ain't
Down.
it?
It's 2 years away.
No way.
Wow.
Yeah.
No.
that's wild.
2 years.
What?
And she's gone. She is done.
As soon as that second year, like,
As soon as that last bell rings for her, she is walking out of that building and never looking back.
Never seen it. Just
shout out to Miss Carpenter.
shout out. She
What a
legend, Hall of
wonderful
Famer. She a Hall of Famer.
She has done a good job being a parent.
If
but
there's a Hall of
she
Fame for
feels like
teachers,
she
I'll
has
put
it
her
because
in.
of how much of a screw up I am.
Well, that's a little harsh on yourself, man.
No,
Self-burn, those are rare.
I just take it lighthearted because, you know, nowadays you gotta laugh at things, okay?
That's
You
true.
just- if you're hard on yourself all the time, you're just,
You're gonna become the
crying.
Joker or something like
you're
that.
whiny, okay?
Oh, what was his face that played the Joker? The new
Joaquin
one.
Phoenix.
Joaquin, yeah.
Joaquin.
Man, I love that movie.
Joaquin.
People said that dude developed actual mental problems from preparing to play
Well,
Joker.
I would do too because how well he did it, man. Jeez, that movie.
Listen, I just felt like he was a guy that was just wrong to that. They just made him sympathetic in that movie.
Hey man, look, when you look at the movie and you look at like his entire life that he's been lied to, like his mom and like Bruce Wayne's dad and all that. Oh jeez,
Like I would go crazy too if that
I
happened.
would, yeah. If I was getting beat up by the Batman, I'd go crazy too. Every single episode.
I guarantee you that man does not feel pain.
What? Who? Batman?
No, the
Oh.
Joker. He does not feel pain anymore.
Well, I would think so. I mean,
Listen, it
Now
goes
talk.
back. It goes back to that philosophy.
Rachel.
I won't kill you, but your hospital bills
yeah,
will.
yeah. Just some poor kid accidentally stole a piece of candy.
Little Timmy just stole a piece of candy. He gets his hand broke off. Okay.
Just get beat
Back
up
in
by
the day,
Robin.
it was like the old Chinese thing. Oh, we caught you stealing. Chop.
You chop your hand off.
Bro, old Chinese techniques were weird.
What you mean?
They cut off your finger if you did something wrong. As a beauty thing, they binded
Honestly,
your
I don't
foot.
think it was the Chinese that that made that rule. I think it was one of the Middle Eastern empires, which is nuts because like Middle East is like known for either ending an empire or becoming an empire, and then that empire ends.
And oil.
Shout out to Babylon.
Shout out to Babylon, the Ottoman Empire, Persia, etc., etc.
Shout
the
out to
Mongols.
Battlefield 1 and Battlefield 5 for that.
Shout out to
history
the
lesson.
historical accuracy of Battlefield.
Salute
5.
will appreciate that one.
They'll love it. Oh,
Boys,
Where are we at?
we have 40 minutes. Do y'all want to sit here and talk? Do y'all want to hear us talk for 5 more minutes?
do you?
I said, do you?
Do you? Stops the recording immediately.
No, y'all don't.
Well, too bad.
Well, I guess. I mean,
It's like Vince McMahon is just sitting in the back there. I want to talk a little bit more. But Vince, you talked for like 80 minutes the last time. Shut up! This is my show.
I swear.
That is true. Every wrestling documentary I've
Oh,
watched,
yeah.
Vince McMahon's got like 30
Ah.
minutes of
His
screen
voice
time.
is just, have you heard him like regularly talking? Like,
Yeah, he just talks like this, pal. He just, Hulk Hogan wasn't that bad.
especially recently where he's like, he just sounds like his voice is
Yeah,
going
he's
way
just
down.
old.
He's just old.
He's starting to sound like a smoker, bro.
Dude, he's like in his 80s, I think. Like
No.
he's
Hey,
in his 80s
hey,
and jacked too.
That man has built an empire in the industry of wrestling, and nobody can say otherwise.
Yes, by destroying wrestling in the
He
80s.
literally took out everybody else just so he could be on top.
Hey, pal, we're gonna give you millions of dollars to be our top wrestler.
WCW really put him to the test in the late 90s.
Yeah, and then Vince Russo and Hulk Hogan be like, "Yeah, brother, you're gonna lose it to me." That's what I hate about Hulk Hogan. He literally was just like, "Yeah, you're gonna lose tonight, brother. I'm gonna be the super champion, no matter what."
The super champ.
I think we should just have an episode to just talk wrestling too.
Just
Get all
Just-
the
we'd be
crap
here
off
for
our
hours.
chest. Yeah, we
for
probably
literal
would be.
days.
I'd be here for a day.
Well,
Well, let's review what we covered. We covered that the Paul brothers are dumb.
Everything in sports.
Everything in sports.
everything in sports is going downhill at the moment.
A brief
A brief
discussion.
history lesson.
Everything in between. We have done everything. I don't know what else to say.
What a banger of a first episode.
What a banger.
You know, kids, these kids these days, they say banger. But back in my day, they used to say...
We called it a hoot nanny.
Bring that back.
Bring
Hoot
that
nanny.
nanny back.
Hashtag hoot
All
nanny
right.
in the chat.
Will, you want to leave us here?
All right, well, thank y'all for once again listening to the Young Old Timers podcast.
If you made it this far, I'll shake your hand.
Yeah,
Thank
we'll,
you for listening for this long.
we'll give you something, I don't know, maybe like a coin. I don't... We'll,
I'll give you a whole quarter.
I'll give you a whole quarter just for listening to me talk for 45 minutes, boys. All right?
we're like old people like in a hospital. Like we got now you gonna listen to me and you gonna understand what I'm gonna say to you.
Grandpa's story time from the old folks home.
Shout out to all the granddads out there.
Yeah, shout out to the
All
granddads.
right. We're going to leave it there. Y'all.
Adios,
Thank
amigos.
you for listening, and we'll catch you later, I guess.
See y'all.